they say themselves they're very proud of the Spätburgunder wines. So naturally, we taste one of their Spätburgunder wines. And here I have the first growth Spätburgunder, erste Lage, which is 2022. And yeah, actually didn't have it before. So looking forward to it. Just to say this up front, 14% of alcohol. Cool climate region. Okay, yes. But nonetheless, we see here still a region where we can mature Pinot Noir to a very high level. So we get red wines with 14% alcohol out of it. Yeah, we also saw it with Bernard Parvis. I talked earlier about the Riesling Freiburger Edelacker, his GG wine, great value for money wine, by the way, also 14% alcohol. Ne? But now let's look at the first growth Spätburgunder from Böhme Töchter. Color-wise, by the way, very interestingly for me, there's a fair difference, I think, to Parvis, where I more have this like clear Burgundy touch. Here I have more like this very clear like Spätburgunder touch, as I know it also from the R, for example. It's more like this like pinkish touch that the German Spätburgunder very often brings along in the glass. Floral, very, very floral, very beautiful. It's basically more on the cherry side. It reminds me a tiny bit of like cherry bubblegum, so to say. So very fruity. But very floral also, very, very inviting, very silky and smooth in the nose, balanced. Oak is coming a tiny bit more out, I would say, than for example, the one we had from Schwarz. So it's a little bit more on the oak touch side. So Böhme Töchter is working really much like, I think, in a through and through quality way. Yeah? So long time on the lees, long time in the barrel, long time to settle the wine, spontaneous fermentation, and so on and so forth. All hand harvest, all hand work. I think all of them. Also producers we met today, it's all like a lot of hand harvest and hand work. But I think for Böhme Töchter, it's really giving the wine also like a lot of time in the cellar to like settle down before it comes in the bottle. Very nice chocolatey aromas, hint of vanilla, but really not like pronounced, really subtle in that regard. Cedar tree, very soft cedar tree. Herbal. To a certain extent, also like herbal. There's some green herbal in it. I won't call it eucalyptus or something, but it reminds me a tiny bit of this like herbal touch that you sometimes have with the, for example, Australian Cab Sauv, right, where eucalyptus is like a very dominating aromatic, of course. Here it's very, very subtle, this herbalness. Maybe like a menthol herbalness in a certain regard. Ooh, that's power. That's really powerful. Yeah, it has 14% alcohol that we can clearly notice in the mouth. It has a very good and structured body. It tells you I'm here, fills your mouth, lingers around, but really gives you also like a beautiful red wine experience. Stays there long time. Again, yeah, cherry, cedar tree, chocolate. Has a very good tannin structure, so you definitely feel it has like had a good time in oak and a good time to develop there. Soft and velvety. I mean, it's the same Jahrgang as Martin Schwarz. No, actually, it's Martin Schwarz was 2020. This is a 2022. So of course, there's some vintage variation, and Schwarz had a little bit more time to settle in the bottle. It shows amazing, promising potential that definitely have to say. It's very drinkable right now if you are into this more like powerful Pinot Noir style. But I think if you have the time and if you can wait a tiny bit, 5 to 7 years to this wine will do it a great favor in terms of settling and getting the tannin structure, the acidity structure even better integrated. Also for my personal taste, because I like acidity, I like bold edgy wines. I like my Nebbiolos, as I always say, very edgy in all directions. The more extreme they go into the acidity, the tannic direction, the better, because I like contrasts. But this is really a beautiful wine in that regard. But again, give it some 5 to 7 years, buy a case and put some bottles away, and you will get something truly, truly amazing in a couple of years to drink from. So yeah, Böhme Töchter, the last of the 4 estates that we visited on our trip to Saxony in Saale-Unstrut. All 4 estates can be met in Copenhagen on January 19-20 at the Cool Climate Wine Summit.